Hey guys, it's Mint. Welcome back. Have some good news and bad news. Had a technical glitch on the last episode that I had recorded, and it wasn't picking up the audio on it. So the good news part of it is all I did was made a massive trade run going from our home planet all the way down here to the back of the galaxy. Our credits went from 1 million or 500k to 1 million, and we're ready to do a little bit of ship upgrade. I'm going to upgrade components that will help us explore. So you really didn't miss much is what I'm meaning to say on the last episode, but sorry about that. It was just trading though. I'm sure there was lots of good insight on there, a couple of nuggets here and there, but we'll run across the opportunity again. But we've done this trade run all the way back here, and I'm just going to work my way back and do some exploring. So with that being said, let's move forward and just pretend that episode didn't happen. All right, so let's take a look at where we can do some exploring. We have a couple here, a couple down there. Not going to be able to do much exploring, maybe just 1 or 2 turns on this one. All right, lost, mudslide. Those don't bother me. We can uncover a rumor, fill up our tanks, find some refined resources. Not super wild about them. I'm going to use one of our talents here to replace a risk card with a reward card and hope for better reward. Okay, we got the fill tanks. And that's it. There's nothing in stash here from before. Let's move on. Okay, we have plus 14 rep with the Valtos. We'll be able to get a couple of turns in here. Insect swarm and lost. Not worried about them. Again, I'm going to use this replace a risk with a reward card on here. Oh, artifacts. Hit it. Doggone it. Insect swarm and plague. Not worried about that. Let's make that into something better. One of our crew has an observant trait, so it reduced the damage by 10. Hurricane, insect swarm. Not really bothered by them, but let's go ahead and get rid of the hurricane. Alright, hydrocarbon crude. Plague sinkhole. We'll just roll in. Rumor, embargo at Stice Peak. Scavengers, pirate, plague. Use one of our cards here to turn that to a green one. Oh, we found some intel. Scavenger combat. Let's re-roll that one into a positive. Raw spice, not bad. Just roll this hand as is. Pirate combat. Week's loss. Predators. Not really bothered by them. Since we have this Legacy Seeker card, we can replace that with a reward card. So hopefully get something better. And we have a new contact. Played Scavengers. Replace that with a reward card. Okay, see the Fungal Plague came up. Risk 5, but we passed the dice roll. So, didn't impact us at all. Again, not worried about these either. Oh. Predators. So it damaged crew a little bit. Hurricane, Sinkhole, Artifact Discovery. So yes, we're going to get rid of one of these risk cards. Improve our chances of hitting that. And there we go, we got some artifacts. And we're done here. We'll go ahead and take all of these. Raw Spice, Refinery, we can get rid of that. And an Indie Refinery here. And we'll just hang on to the artifacts as we go. One thing I did change in the last game, I'm going to show you what I did. I set Auto-Refuel on. So what Auto-Refuel does is it will automatically top off your tanks anytime you land in a zone that sells fuel, but regardless of price. Since we have 1,000,000 credits, really not worried about it. Let's go ahead and set that. We need to pay our crew. Fix up this doctor damage. Okay, no one needs leveled up. Before we move over here, I'm going to fly directly to this mining area. Hopefully it has a pretty good starport. And we're going to upgrade some components on our ship that will help us explore. What do we got? Friendly Zealot. Okay. So, when we acknowledge them, we gain 4 rep with Thaloon. We did get dinged here. This is one of the fringe cases we talked about in an earlier episode. There was a trade war going on with Clan Zenrin. And so we lost 2 reputation with them, even just for acknowledging one of our ships, which is a Zealot. But we can repair that as we go. Alright, finally landing at this mining. Now you see we have, our fuel is down about 2/3. When we land here, it will top them off. Alright, a story arc popped in. I'm going to skip this so we don't spoil it for you guys. Oh, new type of contact, Prison Warden. He's going to give us missions. A lot of them are going to include capturing or killing people that are enemies of his or enemies of Thaloon. We can recruit a bounty hunter. He has 37 influence, that's pretty good. And he hates Kadar. So, and 3 traits that are currently unknown, but one of them is he hates Kadar. So, chances are you'll get a lot of missions that are against Kadar. Death Edict. We're currently at level 1. We lack the personal rep. If we wanted to become a bounty hunter, you certainly want to get your edict up in higher levels to get better missions, make more money off of those missions. But we will just take care of our business here. So the starport, let's see, 9. So that's listed as outstanding. That's pretty good. All right, we are going to look at all of our components. let's filter this down. I want to look at ops. Look at all. Let's find some small components. Sensor array helps us with accuracy when we're in ship battles. So nav assist, pilot assist. Instead of using the wheel, I will just grab it and go like this. Alright, let's look at medium components first. I am going to get rid of this lower level torpedo, and let's see what we have is ops. So an extraction drill increases yield of raw and refined resource discoveries by up to +6 during exploration. Harvester bay, same thing, +12 though. Reduces crew damage during exploration. Reduces ship damage during exploration. So there's some components here that will help us there. Let's go ahead and get the harvester bay. That will increase what we can find in the ground by up to +12. $2,500 takes a week. Drop in the bucket at this point. And it gives you a lot of other information, like the old component, this torpedo, has trade-in value of 2,400. Tells you what the mass is. We're going to go ahead and swap that out. See if there's any other medium components here that we can do without. I want to keep these 2 torpedoes here for now. This lance array, another weapon. Let's go ahead and replace that. Combat weapons, cargo. There's some interesting choices. We have these medical bays. The medical bays boost the medical rating of the ship. So if you get into ship-to-ship battles, there are some talents that will heal your crew. I believe after battle, and there may even be some talents coming that help you heal the crew while you're in battle, and would make use of the medical rating of the ship, so the higher the better. But it's not going to help you for exploring, and it won't help you with just your general doctorship tests going on. Right now, as far as I know, they only help you with ship-to-ship battle. I'm going to go back here and put a second harvester bay on and stack them. So that will increase our take as we're exploring. Let's take a look at some of these small weapons that we can do without. And take a look at ops. So EVA suits is a choice. It will reduce crew damage by 50% when exploring. An EVA module will reduce ship damage while exploring. And then we have these scanners here. Increases data records gathered when spying. Increasing data records when exploring. Yeah, let's do the wide arc scanner. It costs us $6 grand, take 3 days. And we have another small weapon. It's a light railgun. Go back to ops. maximize our data records when exploring. And now they will stack. So when we run across the data records or run across, what was the other one we had? Raw and refined resources. We're going to increase our take each time. And unlike talents, which have a cooldown period, when they're part of the ship, they're always on. Okay, officer cabin, etc., etc. So if we could just go back to status here, this is the easier way to look at things. You can just mouse over them. This helps our sensor array 1. While we're here, let's just go ahead and upgrade our sensor array 1 to a higher level. And here we can get up to 4, so this increases our accuracy by 7. 13K and take 3 days. We'll purchase that. Okay, back to status. We can see what we have. You can see our exploring, so we have some exploring improvements here. We still have our 2 main torpedo bays, and since we're basically, when we're running into ships, we're either, going to fight them and run or just skip off the void. We're pretty well covered. And with this sensor array being boosted up to 7, that increases our accuracies on that 1 round of firing these torpedoes. I found a bug. This should say exploring down here, not spying, because there's 2 types of scanners. Alright, so our data record should increase and our resources should increase every time we hit one of those cards. Let's get our wages up. Cool, cool. Anyone need a doctor or spice? No? A couple of people to level up real quick. We are going to get a 3rd vigilant scanner. We have plenty of these. Okay, we're spying, do a reroll. Okay, we haven't had that because I don't care for the reroll cards. Unless it's going to guarantee me a rewards card. But it's better than nothing. Alright, they're all upgraded. Let's go back to exploring now. This is just going to be a couple of rolls again. And then we get some data records maybe. Let's take the falling tree out of the equation. And Xeno combat. We will pass on that one. Alright, our harvester bay component increased our yield by 2. Excellent. Scavenger combat. We'll take that one out. Got lost, and that's it. We had some stuff in the stash from before. Bio waste we will pass on. Nothing really exciting, we'll just leave it here. We can always come back. I think I showed you this before. By going to the captain's log, not captain's log, cargo, and stash locations. And these are all the stashes that we had, where there's good stuff in there. And here are artifacts. So we could then set a waypoint and take a look at our galactic map. Alright, so somewhere in this sector, which is where we're going to sell Xeno artifacts, we have more Xeno artifacts. Good. But for now, let's keep exploring. Okay, we'll go left to right. Intel records, resources, lost. I am going to use our legacy seeker on one of these losts. Oh, another intel find, good. There we go. Digger deeping talent, increased rewards by 42%. So we got 5 records. Intel, contact. Yeah. Getting lost or an ocean storm doesn't bother me in the bit. And the rewards aren't super, it's not like we're finding Xeno artifacts, so we'll just roll this in and save our cards for running into a bad series of cards several times. And we just got lost, so let's keep going. Again, none of these bother me, and we'll just uncover a rumor. Civil unrest at Terraport. Gotcha. Leviathan, Cyclone, again. No reason to use the cards on these. There are Harvester Bay component, increased our yield by 7. Same thing, don't necessarily want to use a card on that. Excellent, so we got fuel, and we found some stuff on the wreckage, gained experience, and we were able to repair some of the ship. Fuel depot, refined resource. The fuel depot, if we hit that, it's not going to do anything because we have full tanks. Raw resources and refined resources, so we have a shot at stuff. I'm just going to use one of these and get rid of the pirate combat card. Now we do have good weapons and our team is trained, so getting into fights isn't a bad thing. We're very close to a doctor with just, you know, one short jump over. And every time you get into combat, you're going to increase your fighting team's experience. So getting into fights with scavengers or pirates is not a bad thing. Ultimately, that will help you in the long run. Pass that test. Ocean storm, crash site. Filled our full fuel tanks. We'll just roll this. Maybe we can get into some combat for fun. There we go. Here are our fighters from before. Let's go get them. We do have some new talents now. Okay. I am going to use that on the person, covering fire, so that pinned the target and that stunned them for 2 turns. You can see 25% on here, and they have stars going around their head. Good job of the devs on that. I'm going to use this talent, which is called a Blade and Hill. It's very nasty. I'm going to go ahead and self-buff on this. And let's go ahead and use a burst fire. Hit 2 targets. Now, ready? If you ever want to see what's going on in each turn, there is a log here. and you can view the combat log. And it tells you everything that happened in that last turn. It does give you, for the geeks out there that really want to see either the rolls or the exact damage and the math behind it all, gives you a lot of that information. It's also an info button on viewing a talent or a weapon, so you can select a weapon like this and hit the info button and it will pop up that information. It's the exact same thing as doing a mouse over, but this is put here for the future when they port this to mobile. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just use a burst fire on these guys. Let's get rid of these guys here. Now I'm going to use a skewering thrust talent to move me back forward. I did get a buff from this blade and hilt, so plus 25 damage, plus 1 armor piercing, plus 25 critical for 2 turns, and then this will move me back up, and then I can use this blade and hilt again. Nasty, nasty. Okay, pinning shot. Gonna buff the whole team. And let's go full auto in here. Should take care of her. And we're done. We can get a crew report, the hit points, how healthy these guys are. It's showing the experience they each gain and what the current morale is. Alright, we can leave. Can't explore anymore. What do we got in our stash? Edible plants. We'll leave them there for future use. I don't think we did both. So this has a lot of rolls, low rewards, high danger. These danger cards aren't bothering me, and 2 fieldy. I'm just going to roll this one. The rewards are not very exciting to me. Okay, ship took a little damage. Oh, and that's it. Okay, so we're done with this zone. Let's do this final zone, and then we'll go back, get people healed up, get people paid, and get the ship fixed up. Heat wave, heat wave. Not super worried about that. Intel records. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and take one of the heat waves out. There's our intel records. And we had a talent that kicked in that increased our rewards. We're not going to get benefit from a ship component and a talent, so if a talent triggers, then the ship component isn't going to help. But when the talents aren't there, the ship components will kick in. We just went through a battle. I don't like all these fight cards. But we're going to replace one of them using a Legacy Seeker with a positive, and it's just another fuel depot. Okay, weeks lost. Not bothered by the red cards. Let's see if we can't uncover a contact. Nope. Intel records, scavenger, scavenger. Let's get rid of one of the scavengers. I'm just gonna roll this one. that's tapped out. More edible plants in the stash. Okay, let's go back here. Get everyone paid. Friendly pirate. For the trade war going on, it might be just the zealots that would give us the negative rep. There is a set of rules. It's not yet on the wiki, and I don't recall off the top of my head, but it's just one of those fringe cases that we talked about before. Pardon me for all the noise going on in this episode. We have construction going on in the house, and there is a hole in my office that's leading to a new room, and there's no heat. So I have a space heater in here, and getting a little chilly, so I'm adjusting that. Right. Pay the wages. Heal up our pistolier. Alright, those guys are taken care of. The refuel automatically happened. And components are now repaired. We are whole. And I don't necessarily want to buy any of these components. This orbital up here may buy some of what we have in our cargo bay. But I think we're ready to move on to the next sector. Yep, fighter weapon components. Raw spice. So we're going to start working our way back here, and let's go exploring. Wilderness right there. Skip off the void, of course. Now it's showing that we're not going to get very good results, but it's extremely safe. We can do a lot of exploring here. Intel find? Alright, I'll bite. $14 records. So, Ella Jones persistent search talent increased the rewards. So we got quite a few Intel records from that. Nope. This is tapped out now. There's a tiny little place here. I'm gonna jump over to this planet and patrol it a little bit. We have -5 rep, so let's see if we can't repair that through doing a little bit of patrolling. Perfect. Reputation bonus. Really would like to hit that. Deadly accident, ship encounter. Now we do have 2 Doctor's life-saving talents, lifesaver talents. So that would kick in. But we want to remove a risk card anyway, so we'll take that off. Thought we could get that bonus. Let's bribe our way out of this. Unexpected ship, strike a blow in the combat. Yes, I don't know who they're having a fight with, but let's check. Alright, they have a trade ban going on with Javat. So, if we strike a blow in the conflict, it will improve our rep with Alta Mesa, but it will decrease our reputation with Javat. Let's see if we can hit it. We'll get rid of one of the red cards. Nope. Unexpected ship. Alright, we're gonna skip off the void. I'm gonna repair our ship. Pay our crew. Let's go back up to orbit. Pirate and get rep, and we'll get rid of the Death Among crew. Just lost time. Pirate. Since we have these remove risk cards, let's use them. Losing more time. We're just gonna roll this. That's one we want, and we don't have a remove risk card. I wish we would have kept it. But we did get the smuggler. The smuggler is Thaloon, so we can just leave. And our rep's at 0. Good enough. Okay. Let's just jump down here and refuel. And we're ready to move on. Bribe and go. Okay, so I see quite a few wilderness zones. This one's just going to be a couple of rolls. $22 units of Sarkspur ore, not bad. Won't make a lot of money, but not bad. Heat wave and sand wall. Not really worried about either of those. Alright, we took some chip damage, and that's it. Let's get this ore. We have a landing zone. These guys, we have 4 negative rep. Let's do a patrol while we're here. Get rid of the powerful and unexpected ship. Facing a smuggler, Steel Song. Okay, bribe our way out of this. And we're back to 0. Good enough. Land here and get fuel. Repair the damage that was done from that sandstorm card. And pay the crew. We have a couple of crew that need leveled up. Okay, this Commander Explorer. Let's keep pushing Commander up. Doctor Explorer, we've been wanting to push our Doctor level up. There was a time when we weren't passing all of the Doctor tests. It was probably a sector that had something going on in it that had multiple Doctor tests being rolled after another, and we ended up using all of our saves. Okay, so we have Quartermaster Zealot. Let's see what some of these new ones are. You have Mutiny Talent, which will increase everyone's morale by 20. And the way he does that is he grabs the lowest morale mutineer and kills him. Well, crew combats is not a crew combat guy. When patrolling a system, replace a card with a pirate reward card. And the pirate reward card, I'm assuming, comes with building rep. So that's good. We have a mechanic here. Rust Patches is a ship combat talent. It will purge crippling ship effects like a fire, and it will repair 10 damage to some components. Here's our lower end swordsman. Balance blade, skewering thrust. Let's give him some flexibility to go either direction with a slashing retreat, so he would move back one slot so we can move forward, move back, or use the balance blade. And that's it. Okay, we are done with that wilderness zone. Hurricane, fungal plague, crash site, fuel depot, raw resources. These three are all good but not great. I'm going to hang on to these cards. I'm not worried too much about these red cards. Hurricane, yep, we passed the test. Pirate combat, artifacts. I'm going to remove. We'll just remove the pirate combat because that's the highest level. Excellent. Terox artifacts. We got 11 of them. Ella Jones persistent search down, increase the rewards. Awesome. And that's it. Go to our stash. Claim these additional 11. We now have 22. So we're doing pretty good. We ought to look at offloading this crude refinery and orbital, and this is also a refinery orbital. So the next friendly one we come across, we'll get rid of those. And this is an explorer's heaven. Lots of places to explore. Intel records, yep. I'm going to get rid of one of the reds. Raw resources. Okay, methane fuel. Oh, and we're done. We can't fit all of them in here. Let's just leave this here. And keep going around the circle. Bribe and go. New contact. None of these red cards bother me. We'll go ahead and explore it as is. Okay, heat wave, which we were able to get out of using our sly move talent. That was our stealth talent. That's it. Nothing in the stash here. We do have to get fuel. Let's go down here and fuel up. I'm sure our crew will want to get paid as well. Don't believe we've taken on much damage, if any. Oh, harvester bay had some damage to it. Good. Well, there's some politics going on. Clan Javat and Clan Alta Mesa. That's right, they have a trade ban going on. And here's a Javat planet. So we don't want to get caught up in the middle rep. It's saying we'll lose rep with Alta Mesa because we're selling to their trade ban enemy. So we'll just keep out of it. Oh, there's a wilderness zone. Wow, did you see that? 10, 10, 10. we're going to put a blue star here for awesome wilderness zone. Artifacts. Raw resources. Alright, we'll get rid of pirates. Really want those artifacts. And we got it. 21 units. Our harvester bay component increased our yield by 12, so that kicked in. It suffered 6% damage. Oh. And our deeping digger talent, so the talents do stack on the ship ones when they kick in. Well, I'm not going to complain about that. Insect swarm, hurricane, resource. I'm just going to roll this as is. Of course, time will pass and we'll get back this remove risk card with the time. Again, not wild about the green cards, not scared of the red cards, so we'll just roll it as is. Plague, predators, plague, refine resources, intel find is the only one that's kind of cool, but it's only 1 to 5. I'm just going to roll this as is. And that's it. Alright. Let's not forget our artifacts. It's only allowing us to do 15 because we have this. We're going to stash this. I'm going to honestly just stash this. Let's take the artifacts. Take those along with us. Up to the map. And this is the next candidate here. Crystal jungles. Okay. Monsoon, lost, parasites. Just gonna go ahead and roll this. Okay, lost. You know, and there's a benefit to lost because it means time goes by, 2 weeks, 2 days. I think a typical expedition is around a week. So it helps these talents reset. Artifact find, intel find, absolutely. We're going to get rid of the Xeno combat. And we got pirates. Oh well. We'll be okay, I think. What did they hit him with? Damning aim. So I got less armor, less initiative, less deflection. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. Alright. Gonna boost our attacks. Here. Go ahead and do a pinning shot. We gotta start making progress on these guys. This is going to heal me up and buff me with the ability to resist further debuffs. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit myself for that. Alright, I'm gonna use our full auto. And pinning shot on this guy. Ouch. Alright, we have the upper hand on those guys. Yeah, and restore. Well, the talents are going to be increasing over the next couple of months to make the fighting a lot more varied. But the one thing to keep in mind is that whatever you can do, the enemy can do. And so when the developers go back in and rework the AI, they're going to get a lot smarter as well. So careful what you wish for. Found everything we could. There's no cargo to claim. We have 43 artifacts, and we do have to find a doctor. All right. Let's get down here and do that. So this dark maelstrom is a great place to go exploring. Let's hit up our doctor. Repair the ship. Heal up our swordsman. And everyone wants paid. Of course. It's a spice runner, contact we had discovered. We haven't seen her yet. She only has 11 influence in the faction, not bad, not great. But to get anything from her, we would probably need to do some missions and help her influence get up. Let's look at trade permits. So we don't have any effective rep with her to be able to do that. We could sell some intel records to her. Sell these independent records, it won't hurt anyone. We got 9 effective rep, that's not enough. Let me just sell one more and see what happens. Xeno, I do not believe, is in any kind of conflict right now. But let me sell these Javant records. There's a lot of them, 14. You do get paid for it, by the way, but I'm not playing as a spy or a smuggler and getting talents that increase the value of the intel records. So that's not part of my game at all. Alright, we have 30 rep. Cool. So we could get some trade permits, we could get some introductions. A smuggler princess. BS. I definitely want to get that. And you can see here, to get a higher recommendation from her, we'd have to help her influence go up. She's at 31 now from selling the intel. Let's just use that mechanism so you can see. I'm going to sell her some more intel. 4 records here, 3 records there. Let's see what her, yeah, she's at 39. I need to sell more. She's at 50 effective rep. Okay, so our introduction now is going to be higher. Highly recommended. Costs us 7,000 credits. But we'll get a plus 16 rep bonus with the Smuggler Princess. And that Smuggler Princess is 3 jumps away. We're not actively playing the game right now to, you know, work up the ladder with different factions and get trade permits with all of them. But I'm going to go ahead and buy this while we're here. She can't get us a level 3 or 4. Maybe the Smuggler Princess can. Not interested in doing missions, and we don't need to hire a merchant right now. Okay. But we are healed up. And we have a wilderness zone right here. Just gonna roll this. Okay, we got some injured crew. Sandstorm lost. We'll just roll this one as well. And that's it. Let's go back here and take care of anyone that needs taken care of. There's the crew that was injured. No one needs paid, and we'll keep moving on. Independent, we don't need to worry about them. We have one more to stop at, and then we'll keep moving on. Or two. Lots of intel records. Scavenger combat. Not even worried about scavenger combat. We'll just get rid of it. Increase our chances of finding intel. There we go. We got the smaller one of them. Our Deeping Digger talent improved the records from a 1 to 5 range up to 7, so okay. Just resources here, pirate mudslide. I'll get rid of the pirate, but not really wild about the green ones. This is actually the best one. So here you can see it's a Clan Javad contact that we uncovered because we're in Javad, a Javad sector. Nothing in the stash. So we're in a Javad sector, so when we uncover contacts, most likely they're going to be Javad. So, and then you can go find the contacts you want. If they buy intel, you can buy your way into the faction that way. Or clan, or great house. Alright, we're filled up. Ooh, cheap fuel. Yeah, don't know if you saw that. $2. We're going to pay our crew. No Dr. Spice needed. And we don't have, I don't think we have any trade permits at all with Javad, but let's check. No rank, no permit, no edict. So, answers that one. I think we just came from that one. Still a couple more here, but we've been going on almost an hour. Let me drop this off here. Well, let me take that back. We're going to fly through here and go sell off the artifacts that we found. And then we'll end this episode. In the next episode, we'll either purchase a new ship or take this one apart and reconfigure it for a ship battle and do a little bit of ship battles. Okay, we'll stop down here at this landing zone and refuel. And that's all we need to do. Pay some wages and we'll go. Independent, don't need to worry about them. And you can see here on the Zenrin we have 22 rep with them. We got that directly as a result of selling those intel records. But what I hope you're seeing is now that we're getting to the higher levels of talent and our crew is getting stronger, we're able to explore a lot more effectively. We have some talents which help us with that. We have ship upgrades which help with that, and with the intel finds that we get, the artifacts that we get, you can make a pretty good living here, and you can start manipulating the galaxy through the intel. I'm going to check and see. Yep, these refreshed. I'm going to make a couple of quick trades here to get some cash for us. I'm going to jump over to this orbital. Get these capital components and sell them up here. In this quadrant we do have Xeno fleet, so if we run into them, we'll need to skip off the void. All right, 9 units there, 7 units there, and we're almost full. We have a lot of those Xeno artifacts with us. Okay, up to the industrial. We're going to run down to the mining to get rid of the power generators. Well, we want to sell off these first. Buy up the power generators. Let's get the ore extractors. And I'm not worried about swapping stuff in and out with the wilderness zone right now. I'm just trying to make a little bit of quick cash before we cash in our Xeno artifacts. And we do have a talent that will increase the value of the sale. This is the sector we were failing doctors tests in left and right too. So when we level our crew up, we're certainly going to need to get our doctors leveled up. Any repairs needed? A little bit. Okay, doctors, spice, more spice. Pay the wages. Ore extractors, power generators. Terrific. Okay, let's keep moving on. Fingers crossed we get out of here without running into any Xeno ships. I see a lot more of these planets here are dotted with contacts, many of which we haven't met. And we're getting those contacts from the talents we have, like the E-Tech talent, that every time we go to a landing zone there's a chance of discovering a new contact. I just haven't been keeping a close eye over here on our event log to see when we're discovering them. Alright, we have enough fuel to get here. Ooh, however, we do have to pick up some more Xeno artifacts that are laying around in this sector somewhere. Maybe it's here. Orbital station, I'm just stopping here to get fuel. Okay. So let me go to cargo, stash locations. Let's find that stash that has the 4 Xeno artifacts. Grab them. We are going to set a waypoint. And it will take us there. And then we'll sell all the Xeno artifacts at once. Someone got a new trait. Merciless. Merciless is, we looked it up before, it's if we avoid a ship battle, if we come to a draw, or leave the, the confrontation, they lose some morale. So, Kale Folk now has the Merciless trait. Alright, let's keep going. -2 rep with Richard. We're gonna fuel. Okay, we're fueled. Go back into orbit. Let's do a quick patrol. We use our obsessive defense talent. Replace a card with a pirate reward card. Do this one. Yep, and we'll get rep if it hits. No, that's a great talent. We got to get more of those, so we'll have a better chance of building our rep up. All right, reputation bonus. That's what we want. Powerful and unexpected ship. That's what we don't want. So we will get rid of that. Didn't get it. Doggone it. Death among crew. Yukon, not wild about these. Let's do a reroll. You can see that reroll came up as red. It'd be a shame if you re-rolled right into a Xeno encounter, which is why I don't like the re-rolls. Okay, we're going to improve our rep with that. Let's get rid of this one. I keep thinking that depending on which one I pick, it will hit, but it really is random. So the developers have told me. Don't necessarily believe them on that, but okay, reputation bonus, great. Let's get rid of one of these. Doggone it. Alright, scavenge some parts, siphon some fuel. Powerful, unexpected ship. Alright, our pirate card came back up again. And 2 reputation bonus cards, and we missed all of them. Let's just roll this. Thought we had a rumor. Whatever signal we were following, it turned out cold. Raiding pirate. Unexpected ship. We'll just roll this one. Okay, repaired the hull. And got some fuel. None of these will improve our reputation with them. Okay, some light damage to our ship, but it's okay. That's the one we want. Good. We'll get rid of this. And of course we didn't get it. Rolling again. There's a pirate card. Passed the test, no damage. Nothing here of interest. Bribe our way out of this. We have one that will help. Maybe I should have used that pirate card. Smuggler. Let's really increase our chances and use a pirate card. No. We're just not having luck here, are we? Powerful, unexpected. Don't want that. Okay, a military ship. They're friendly enough with us, I guess, and weren't bothered. Danger, and crew took a little bit of damage, not a lot. Just roll this straight. And unlike patrolling, there's no limit. Reckon space. Unexpected ship. No, nothing exciting. We'll just roll it straight. Death among crew. We'll get rid of that. Alright, we'll get rid of one of these. No, we didn't hit that smuggler card. Yes, let's get that one. Finally. Okay, so we gained 12 rep with Richard. That's good enough. I'm going to land here, fuel up. We've spent quite a bit of time out in space, so we'll pay the wages. I know we took some crew damage, there's no doctor here, but let's we'll stop at this tradeway on our way to selling our Xeno artifacts. Healed up. The captain needed paid, but $0 went out. Remember, you're the captain, so he was ready to level up, and it was time for him to get paid. But I mean, you're taking money out of your credit jar and giving it back to yourself. Okay, we're repaired. All right, let's go ahead and head to our final destination for this episode. Land here, go to the exchange. We're able to sell this, remember, because it's a low trade law and it's an indie. So it's normally an illegal component or an illegal trade good. But because the trade law is so low, they let us sell it. And they actually buy it at a good price. 130K, not bad. So we're up to 1.3 million. The ship is in shape. Everyone is spiced up. We just healed at the tradeway. So what we're going to do is fly back to this tradeway, and if their starport's good enough, we may use that as our base of operations. Oh, and look at this down here. We got an extra 48K for the Xeno artifact, so it triggered the artifact hunter town. Alright, we're back on the tradeway. Starport is 10, legendary, perfect. So I'm going to stop right here. We are going to get a cup of tea and a cough drop. My voice is getting a little hoarse from all the dust that's coming in from the construction. And we will either upgrade or get another ship at this point. All right, see you guys next time.